Hey everybody, it's James here over the Part-Time Entrepreneur, and today we're going to look at the HOQU ICO review, and I do hope I've pronounced that right. If you've been liking the channel, then please hit the like button, and also please subscribe to the channel as well, and spread the love with all the information that we have here on the channel. So let's have a look at some of the facts. So within the digital marketplace, in terms of advertising, it's currently worth $200 billion, which is just a monster truck. That's going to grow by 20% annually. And the biggest thing is really simply that everybody's got one of these or an iPad or whatever it is. And we literally live on our phones. We don't even talk to each other anymore. We just text each other, because even if you're sat next to them because you can't be bothered to speak, you just want to WhatsApp them. So this whole marketplace is going to grow, and it's going to explode even more than it has done. By 2020, they reckon it's going to be worth $335 billion. And this whole affiliate marketing brokerage model that's in place at the moment, it lends itself to fraud. Looking in more detail, I mean, they really highlight some of the key issues, and their white paper is really, really good. I mean, I'm in sales and marketing, and I learned a whole bunch of some of the more background information. So it really is worth a read. And the other thing is that merchants are losing up to 40% of their marketing budgets. Now, in the sort of environment that we're in, obviously if you're in the UK, Brexit, there's worries about prices going up and versus the euro and all these types of things. And a lot of companies are pulling in those the waste belts and sort of saying, you know, we're not going to spend as much money. So something like this coming into the marketplace is really going to have a massive impact, especially with larger, bigger companies that have the big budgets to spend. And just to give you an idea, the company I work for, I think they spend something in the region of about £100 million just on advertising. So there's big money in this. Some of the key facts is that there's high levels of fraud within the space, and they go into quite a lot of detail in the white paper about it. 34% of mobile ads are pretty much suspicious, and I think it said 24% are actually fraudulent in that sense. There's a lot of bots and artificial traffic being driven, so it's not real, it's sort of fake traffic, so it doesn't really amount to anything, and that accounts for nearly half of all of this advertising, which is just crazy. And there's identification issues, and these guys are hooking up with Civic, and I haven't done a review on Civic, but it is definitely one that I hold in my portfolio currently, and there's some great videos out there. I might have to do one on Civic. Again, real great project. And these guys are hooking up together and really sort of addressing those identification issues, and obviously all linked to the blockchain. So the future of advertising, where is it going? Now, as I've mentioned before, we're all on our mobiles. There's statistics out there that when we're watching TV, 70% of us spend something like 80% of the time on another device, and that's an iPad or laptop or phone. So we're not even really watching the telly. And then we've got the devices on our boxes. If you've got a Skybox or Virgin TiVo or whatever it is, you can just fast forward this stuff. You don't even need to watch the adverts anymore. So that's in huge decline, and I think they've been quite generous with the decline there. And it's all going to be about the internet and creative marketing that happens there that's really going to motor in that space. So we can see that the trend is all about internet and digital marketing. So what is HOQU? Basically, they're offering a solution to people that do digital marketing to be able to come in, put a project on their system, and that will go straight to the affiliates, and those affiliates then go out, do the work, and then all of the work will be visible in what they're doing, and then they will get paid. So what they're trying to do basically is get rid of this middleman, all of these people taking a cut in the middle. So no brokerage in the middle. So get rid of all that. Don't need it. It's all additional costs that you don't really need. And especially in this environment that we're in at the moment, people are looking to save money with their businesses and their marketing. And then it's all about the cost per action. So your return on investment, when you've got a marketing budget, you want to get the best bang for your buck, basically. And if 45% of your budget is just disappearing down the plug hole because it's not really been utilized properly, then all of a sudden that causes some problems, but it means that marketing companies might be able to get a bit more creative about how they spend their budgets, and also be a bit more profitable as a company, offer better deals and all sorts of things. But all of this is underpinned by smart contracts. And if you go on their website, some of the videos that they've got are fantastic. I mean, they explain it really clearly, and I've been really impressed by the website. And if we just have a quick look, you can go on here, you can click on the white paper, you can download it as a PDF. It's really, really good. I mean, they go through all the key facts. I mean, you know, like we've talked about here, getting rid of the middleman. You can see, you know, they're getting rid of that, and on the deals they're only charging, I think it's like 0.5% commission. So it's really, really good. But this is one of the best websites I've seen in a long time in terms of, you know, the layout, how simple it is. I literally read the website and I understood what HOQUI was trying to do. And then I read the white paper and it really just gave it that depth and background to really sort of understand. Now, as we flick back, we talked about that return on investment, and currently there's a performance-based marketing. Now, it seems to be the big trend, and it's the big trend across the world in lots of other different marketplaces. And I'll just give you one key example. So in America now, where before in a hotel, when they have a conference room and they get some cleaners in to clean it, they'd pay by the hour. That's gone. Now they pay by the room. So they have a set rate, no matter if it's a pigsty or not that bad, it's at a set rate. That's what you get. If it takes you 2 hours, 10 hours, we don't care. That's the rate that you get. So this performance payment is coming in, and it's the same with the marketing. It's very big. There's a few issues, and obviously HOQUI can really sort this out. And currently, for every £1 spent, you're going to get £12.30 back in sales. Now, if they can even just increase this to £15, now that would be fantastic, and a lot of companies would come flocking to take advantage of those type of return on investments. So how will it help? Well, the first thing is they've got a free website, so you can sign up. You don't have to get involved straight away, but you can view the product and everything for free. In their competitors and their competitor set, you have to pay $290 a month, which just seems a bit crazy. The fact that they're using the blockchain means that they can really dramatically drop the costs. So we've talked about this 45% in the middle. They've got all the way down to 0.5%. They could have charged 2%, been way more profitable, and still offer amazing value to companies. Obviously, the speed of payment, we know, blockchain's very quick, 10 minutes. Versus something like Visa, where it takes 2 or 3 days for those transactions to settle. The other thing is, because it's on the blockchain, you've got transparency of results, which they just don't have at the moment. So you can't really tell what someone's doing. So you can't really understand what the affiliate is doing. When you send the project to them and they go off and they market it, you can't really see those results. Now you're going to be able to see it. It's going to be crystal clear. And that will create, it's going to create some splits in relationships. Those people that are really just scamming people, but also where people are doing great marketing, it's going to build those better relationships, and also create awareness of who's doing it well and best practice and lots of good things like that. And also that space will then, that fraudulent piece will really start to die off as we get this clarity. And also they have an appeal process as well, so you can get refunds if the affiliates are telling porkies about what they're doing in bits and pieces, because it's all clear, it's all there on the blockchain. There is absolutely no way you can get away with it. Basically, it's going to be available on iOS, Android, and the web. You'd expect that, but it's always good to call that out. The great thing about the blockchain is that you can store more data on it, and the traditional methods that they have now, they're not able to store all of the data, and therefore they're not able to generate results and reports, and therefore they're not able to really evaluate campaigns effectively. And I know that the business that I work in at the moment, that's huge. Return on investment is on everything now. If we do a deal, if we paying for space, if we do marketing, whatever it is, it all comes down to return on investment. So huge cost saving. And the other thing is, this is extremely disruptive in the space. I've seen lots of different projects and different things, but this is really going to shake up that space. It's really going to expose the frauds and the fakers, but it's also at the same time those guys that are doing a great job and maybe getting a hard deal at the moment. It's really going to raise their profile and bring them to the forefront. So this is really going to have a massive impact within that digital marketing space. Now the team. This is really interesting. So Alexander, this guy is a proper entrepreneur. Now, if you look at his LinkedIn profile, which is very detailed, you can have a look back, and he's got a company that he started ages and ages ago called Move RU. Now, the only best way I could describe that is a bit like Rightmove in the UK, and it's the number 3 in Russia. So it's a huge business. Very. I've been on the website. I don't understand a word. Don't speak Russian. Did go out with a Russian once, but that was a long story. And but it looks very professional. And again, that business is currently still running and very huge. Number 3, like I said. Then you've got HOQU, which is really where he got into this digital marketing space. So they already have a very, very good understanding of this marketplace, and hence probably why they've come up with such a great solution. He's brought some great people from that company. So Alexei, he's been there. He's also got some other people that have transitioned through all the different companies that he's had, so like Yuri, who does all the analytics stuff. So if you really want to be detailed and go back through and check who's been with him all the way, he seems to have a bit of a hardcore team that he takes with him on each project to making sure that it's successful. There's over 30 people that work on the project at the moment, and if you look at the white paper, there's a little bio on every single person. So it's really good, and a really good view as well. And I would say that this team is pretty decent, pretty strong. So for me, this was a really good sign. You know, I look for people that have successions of either big successes or successions of successes, because that shows me clearly that they know what they're doing, and in difficult times and all the rest of it, they'll be able to work through it, because you can't grow a business, any business, without having, you know, big challenges that you have to overcome and turn that around into positives and create profit and value for your investors. In terms of the token distribution, this is pretty standard, so I'll not spend too much time on it. 65% will go out to the marketplace. It will go in 2 sort of waves, a pre-sale and a main sale. There's obviously a 30% will be in-house for the company. Obviously that will go on all different bits and pieces. Pretty standard there as well. 4% will go on their marketing. They're a marketing company, so you would expect that bit of bounty out there for people. And 1% into the ecosystem. So their total overall coins will be 888 million, which is quite a lot. So the other thing I like about this company, they've got big balls. They're really sort of ambitious with their targets and their growth. I mean, their growth chart isn't going to look anything like this. It's going to be up and down all over the place in terms of as they grow into this marketplace and really create some disruption. This could absolutely rocket way above their expectations, or bumble along until it really gets that traction and then shoot off. But I've worked it out roughly that they're going to launch at roughly about 5 cents, based on Ethereum being about $280, and you're getting 5,000 tokens or coins. And then if we look at the top end there, they're looking at a 7 billion turnover and revenue. So I've worked it out roughly, you'd be looking at about 70 to 80 cents there. I think I worked it out to the absolute second decimal place. But as we know, market sentiment will take that one way or the other. And by that as well, with sentiment can move that easy 30%. In normal markets, in the crypto space, it can sway it 70, 80% sometimes. So again, these are my own numbers. Do your own research. But this is quite a reserved number on my long-term hold strategy. And as you can see here, you know, there's going to be 2 sales. This is the pre-sale, where 1 ETH will get you 7,000 HQX. And then we have the main sale, where 1 ETH will get you 5,000. So would be good to get in and just get that extra bit of bonus in the early stages, which works out, I believe, about 40%. So in summary, I think they offer a unique solution. I really like what they're doing. And obviously working for such a large company, and they, you know, the amount of money that we spend on marketing, these types of things are going to prick people's ears up, and they're going to be really interested. I think they've got huge ambition in terms of what they're going to do in the marketplace, but yet doable at the same time because of the disruption. They've got a really strong team, but it's this disruptive piece. That's what I'm really liking, is that they're really going to expose all the fakers as such, and it's all going to be down to really great affiliates coming to the forefront and being able to get the business and really get some decent marketing, because we're all sick of spamming and all these bots and all these types of things that just chuck crap on your Facebook and all the rest of it. You know, some decent quality marketing would really be nice. The only thing is there is a lot of tokens, so you need to be in for the long haul on this one. So this isn't a, you know, it's not going to come out the starting blocks and go to $1 or nothing like that. But you know, long term, you know, as you see in my predictions, potentially could be a 16-fold over 4 years. Now, I would say that is an extremely good investment long term. It's going to be up, down, all the rest of it. However, my rating is 8.1 out of 10. So I really like this project. It's really simple. It's really effective. And I can see this getting traction pretty quick. There's a lot of complex projects out there that need this, that, and the other to really get going, where this doesn't. You know, once they've got that product up and running, this is going to be so simple. And that's what I like about it. Sometimes you don't need complexities. The best ideas are the simplest ones. And that's what I really like about this project. If you're new to cryptocurrency and you don't have a portfolio strategy, you don't understand investment psychology, you don't have trading strategies, all of this type of stuff, if you don't have that, then you must get this program. It's the ultimate cryptocurrency investing program plus extras. There's loads of great stuff in here. Please take advantage of my 10 years of experience and profiting from the markets, all in a 3.5-hour course with step-by-step guides to absolutely everything. I also have a group. It's the PTE Cryptocurrency Community Group, where we talk about all the new coins. We talk about ICOs. So for instance, this ICO will go into my group first, so they get to view all the information first. All of my trading tips, all that type of stuff, it's all in there. We'd love to have you in the group. Come be part of the community and let's all learn together. If you liked the video, then please press the like button and please subscribe to the channel, and there'll be loads more ICO reviews coming soon.